on a weekend, Friday. How is everyone doing? Hope all is well. I hope all is well. Chronic pain, the inner demon is in your house tonight on a Friday, and I hope you guys are doing well because there is so much going on today around us, and that's one of the reasons why I hope you guys are doing well. People like Young Thug, people like Gunner, yada yada yada, sitting behind bars, waiting for bail, for lawyers to contest what's going on so they could be free. I do understand Young Thug and Gunner, all the other YSLs that are behind bars in Atlanta, Georgia, that want to be free. The slime life want to be free. I do understand that. But what have you done to get yourself in that quagmire? That's what you need to ask yourself. What did I do to get myself in this quagmire? And this goes out to the slime life. If you weren't showing certain attributes, if you weren't doing certain things that, above the law and beyond, then you wouldn't have been noticed by the prosecutor and also the Atlanta Police Department. I am not saying that, the young slime life, they're guilty of associations, but we are looking at a 10-year span of investigations. That is a lot of money. A lot of money thrown towards these investigations, overtimes, etc. It's a lot of money. And now the state want to reap from that. So regardless if you're guilty or not, we are going to bring you in because we spend 10 years investigating you and your boys. We might find some Willy Bobo, but from that Willy Bobo, we're going to make sense. Just to trickle you, make you nervous, so y'all guys will speak on each other. It's orchestrated. It's not vindicated, it's orchestrated. So they let you sweat profusely. And now it's time for it's time for the singer to sing. So now it's all about who will lead the choir. Yes, now it's all about who leads the choir. Back in church, you used to have these people that could sing and they're shy and blase, blase, blase. But now it's who could read the choir. In the hymn book in the church, there are symbols, and you have to learn to read music to sing along. Take it from a person that grew up in church. God bless church. I love church. You know? So what we're seeing today, people are symbolizing things in different ways. They're using it in their views, to their madness, their likings, and they're bringing it forth to you guys as hogwashed. So the younger folks will believe in what they're saying, in their merit, and galvanize in their nonsense. But I tell you folks, do your own research. Anybody come on these internets and you want to learn more about yourself, your family, what you're about, your history, take your time to do your research on Wikipedia, second guessing, you call it Google, and there's also other outlets that you could look on and gain your connections as far as your origin as a person. In a lot of these politicking conversation, I see where people get nervous. And it's because of, one, the upbringing. It's because, number two, is because of what you experience in your life as a young youth. And number three is the fear that you have inside of you. And I do understand because I have the same type of characteristics in me. So I do understand because I have the same type of characteristics. I have a family. I am feared for my family, and I'm going to make sure I protect them. But today, what we see with a lot of these entertainers, they take life for granted. They're talking about ops like they're in the military. You're talking about ops like it's a military. Ops is a military breaking down word, you know? And then we use it and generalize it that it's okay. For young folks, they talk about their ops or portraying them, and they're going to get rid of their ops. That's their young friends that they went to school with, you know? It's just that they're looking at them as subjects. Subjects. Beyond human. And that's when they're going to neutralize them. But you have to look at where it comes from, where it came from, where it all built up from. You look at the gaming system, you look at the way the rappers portray themselves on television, their music, their rhetoric. They talk about ops every day. Why need ops with security? All you have to do is hire security. If you hire security, then why do you need ops? Because ops are going to get you in trouble. And they're going to carry it out anyway. And then the blame is going to be on you. So then you tell me if it's worth for you to bring in all these ops to do all this nonsense, and then the blame is on you where you're facing an astronomical amount of time in the prison system. Now, if that's the ops that you're looking for to stay behind you and stand behind you, I hope they stand behind you for all your prison sentence. If it's 30, 40 years, they stand behind you. Because you know why? Given these ops, some of the ones that are so-called dedicated, after 3 years, everything becomes irrelevant. They're looking out for themselves. They might give you 2 years, 3 years the most. I'm being very generous. But that becomes obsolete. They're looking out for themselves. And once you're gone, they're taking on the next best job to do their best. So there's no ops. Young people, there's no ops dedicated to you. They just go as long as the money could stray for them. Chicago, I've seen where a place that's been desecrated by violence. It's not the only place, but Chicago was noticed by a lot of these bloggers bring forth the truth that went on in Chicago. Like I think Trenches News, respect to you. AK, respect to you, from out of Indiana. Seti Nash, respect to you. Because Seti Nash right now is going on No Jumper. I respect that for your interview with No Jumper coming up in a few days. But these guys are grinding in the trenches for quite a while just to bring forth what's really going on in the inner city. Folks, what I'm trying to say is that sometimes bloggers, even though we see it happens to journalists, well, bloggers go to the extreme, risk their lives to bring forth to you the truth. You know, bring forth to you the truth. It's a risk. I'm not saying there's no reward at the end, if there is. But for a lot of journalists, a lot of bloggers, to get into the danger zone, it's a big risk. And I've seen quite a few bloggers that took this on their shoulder, and they did what must. So hats off to them in every which way, because they stand firm for what they believe in, not what they perceived in, what they believed in. America is very unbalanced. Very unbalanced. It's about time we learn to move the scale a notch. It's about time. It's well deserved, America. People are dying for this, America. It's about time for you to move the scale a notch. So at least the ones that fought for freedom of speech, all the democracy, they could see their voice at work, what it brings forth, the attributions. We need to see all of that. Because I'm telling you, right now, all these platforms, YouTube, Twitch, your Facebook, Instagram, the same people. They're under the same umbrella. So when people Instagram and then you neglect YouTube, you don't even know the same person that owns Instagram, Facebook is the same person that owns YouTube. So they're just dispersing their content to the best of their knowledge as far as where they could profit from. And you become a guinea pig until you stand firm in what you believe in. Learn the system. I have had videos for over years and years and years in commercial going through Bangkok, Taiwan, China, Singapore. I have people calling from Singapore telling me that they've seen my videos in commercial before I was monetized. Before I was monetized. That's what I'm saying. Before. I've been monetized now 2 years and more. But before I was monetized. But I'm a guy, I don't rush things on the internet. I take it slow. And when it's my time, it's my time. I just speak on what concerns and well-being and also knowledgeable to me and things that I could speak on. So moving forward, we all could do better. When I look at a lot of people today, people like DJ Academics misspoke about a situation in his life in his maybe early 20s, maybe 21, 22, I don't know. And he spoke about, underage female and stuff like that and what it will do or whatever. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that, folks. I don't, because I have kids. But I think DJ Academics kind of like misjudge, and I hope he misjudged because I hope that's not his intention. Because if that's his intention, I cannot support him and what he stands for. So I hope that was just a misspoke, things that was taken out of context, and we just leave it at that. As a blogger, that's where I'm going to leave it. Academics is a good guy. I'm not going to shit on academics because I know people out there will do the most grimy shit just to try to take it down. Because you know why? Academics is the number one. So if you're going to try to go at somebody, go at the number one. So that's what they did. So you know what? I ain't going to be mad at academics. Stand your ground, stand firm academics for what you believe in, and speak your piece. Speak your piece. Yeah. Yeah, but for some of you low lives, son of a bitches out there who ain't got nothing better to do, trying to mess with people on a daily basis, I really think you need to stop. Think about things that you want to do in your life. You could start a YouTube channel, talk about your experience, the music you love, your attributes. There's so much that you could talk about. So you don't need my content or you don't need academics content, DJ Academics content, to hold you in a 1 hour show because there's so much at your disperse that you could say anything because you're well informed. As a YouTuber, that's well informed. You don't know to go to DJ Academics to get information. You just spread what you have. And just hopefully people gravitate to it. So academics, I know you're getting a fight because you're at certain thresholds at the moment. I do understand that. But make sure, academics, do not take the door, okay? Don't take the door. I am a Jamaican just like you, academics. Yard man. Big blood clot yard man. I don't care, but bust be going anyway. Me look out a boy, you hear me? Anyway, academics. Anyway, me fly a boy brain, you know? But me go back into the Yankee stage. You understand? So these are academics. You're a person of certain stature, man. Leave these guys alone. Fan them off. You should never tell me you're a gun owner. That's a big mistake. Always the element of surprise. Never tell them you're a gun owner. Never tell me you have a gun license, academics. because then they'll study you more and do more research. Don't give the players extra research to come at you. Keep them in suspense, and then you blast them. Academics. So you should have never tell them what you're going to purchase as far as, your guns and whatever and whatnot. Just be naive in certain ways and play just like nonchalant. But if you know your life is at risk, you do what you must. And that's all. That's it. That's it. Don't play into these guys' rhetoric because that's what they're looking for. Everybody's looking for an alibi to do certain things stupid. So don't play into that, my friends. You're wiser, academics. DJ academics, you're smarter. DJ academics. Make the best choices that you could make. So people like them and myself could learn from your experience. And you know what? Say, this is not the way to go. You know what I mean? Let me be more positive on my perspectives that I'm dishing out to people. I want to be more understanding, more captivating, more nonchalant, more distinguished. That's what YouTube is looking for. So when everybody come on here with their sadness and their killings and this and that, hey, it's all good for now, but it's going to be played out in the near future. The war in Chirac has been played out for so long. I've seen Chicago trying to create all of that stuff, but it's been played out. DJ Academics told you it's been played out. You see the feds run down on Chirac. Most of those guys are in the feds. I don't know if they're coming out. But the feds is sweeping the streets from all these guys, and you ain't coming out unless they say so. So when looking at that, Little Dirk, NBA Youngboy, and all the others, when looking at that lifestyle and see how these guys wound up, do you want to be like that? Do you want to be a guy that have millions of dollars and you're being dictated to as far as when to go brush your teeth, when to get some water to drink, when to take a shower, when to take a piss? Do you, NBA Youngboy, Little Dirk, do you want to be a part of that society? Absolutely not. Look at Drake. Even if Drake have certain people behind him, he don't celebrate that in his music. He don't bring forth that to us as far as what he's doing in the trenches, grinding, as you guys call it in Chicago. You're doing a drill, and when you do the drill, somebody lose their life. And then when you look at that drill, it was stupid. Stupid. And that's what Chicago is getting fame to be? A city of doing nonchalant drills that you put in music? Is that what Chicago is getting ready to be, are going to be, or is being? Chicago is a place that's full of roots, culture, behavior when I was young. So you're trying to tell me, Chicago becomes a place like a pet cemetery. Like a cemetery. All you do in Chicago now is bury, bury, bury. It's very sad. But the thing about it is, it's going on all over this world, all over the globe. I was in Jamaica, in the Caribbean. Jamaica is grimy right now, grimy with the violence. Came back to America, heard about places like the Bahamas, El Salvador, Ecuador. Don't forget about Mexico. Mexico, they're used to, taking, your head off. So what's good? What purpose are we serving as people that backing people in this country? What purpose are we serving? Are we giving into the drug trade? I saw a thing the other day where in Atlanta, they said the mayor wanted to reason with the gang members so they could come to some terms. And I'm saying to myself, a mayor want to argue with a gang member to come to terms, give the gang member some rights in the community, and they could come to terms. Now, in my book, that's negative. I am not going to hold no contract with a gang member if I'm a politician, number one. You're not in no position to talk to me when it comes on the contract. I'm going to lock your ass up. That's what I'm going to do for bribery. Real people, that's what they do. I'm going to make sure you're being locked up. But when I see all this thing goes on and nothing came of it, I said to myself, you know what? Hit the pause button. Watch for a couple of days. See what people says. Ivanka Trump, Donald Trump. And we'll take it from there. For all the young folks out there, man, who are struggling, dealing with your family, dealing with your friends, your peers, it's a hard knock life. Just keep grinding. Better days are ahead of you. Better days are ahead of you. It's only for you to realize that. So keep grinding, my folks. Keep smiling. Keep shedding the light on people that need the light to be shed on. Keep opening eyes and hearts when it comes on to chronic pain, inner demon, that people that didn't know about the channel. Keep inspiring your friends, just like I try to do on this channel. Inspire people. Keep it true to yourself. That's very important, because that's how you're going to know yourself. Study yourself, because the reason why I'm telling you to study yourself is because your friends are studying you. So you have to study yourself and study your friends as well. All your friends, because they're studying you. And if you don't believe me, that's what happened to Duck, also Cash in Chicago. FBG Duck and also FBG Cash. That's what really happened, because you didn't study your friends enough to know that your friends are studying you. And the repercussion is the streets. So what can people say? You made your bed, you lay in it, You lay in your bed that you made. Me, put my kids through college. I want to make sure they have a better life. That's the bed I lay. No, they're doing what they're doing. That's the bed I lay. You know? If you want to lay a bed where your kids just go to high school, call it quits, and do whatever, that's the bed you lay. It's all about ambition as parents and where you want to see your kids go as far as success. That's it. All the other rhetorics, I don't go for. I don't. As a father with 2 kids and 2 grandkids, I don't go for this shit. And ladies, yes, I am 50 years old. I will be 51 this year. Single as a bird. So ladies, if you want to holler, if you want to holler near and far, single as a bird, holler at me. Chronic pain, you're a demon. I'll come in your house. I'll make sure your house stays warm. Stays warm until the next day if you want me to. Or I'll make sure your house stays warm as long as you want me to, ladies. Yeah, I'll keep your house warm. Cuddle you, do everything I need to do to you. Keep your house warm. As a single man, ladies, this is my first time being single since I was 18 years old. Yeah, I was married for a long time, but this is my first time being single since I was 18 years old. So ladies, take advantage of what you got in front of you if you can, when you can. I'm telling you, I love the way I am. I was always a humble person. I kept it humble, regardless of my grind and my success. I keep it that way. I thank God for the spirit that He embedded in me just to keep me simplified so I could understand and relate to my society. My folks, I really thank you for being here with me tonight. May peace be upon you and your family. When you lay your head down, rest in peace, all my friends. And I'll see you tomorrow in another live. My name is Raymond Nugent, aka August Nugent, aka Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon. I wish you nothing but the best. Stay safe until we see each other again. Peace.